Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I thought it would be helpful to those of you that are new moms and are creating your baby registry and have no idea what to put on it. I know when I was creating my baby registry, I was super overwhelmed. So I am going to give you my top 10-ish. I didn't officially count, but I have about 10 items or so on a list that are my must-haves for getting you through just, you know, those first few weeks of bringing your baby home, and what products were super helpful. Take it with a grain of salt. What works for me may not work for you, and every baby is different. What some babies love, other babies hate, and vice versa. It's kind of just trial and error. You'll end up wasting some money, and it's just the way that it is. But I always recommend saving items for future babies so that you don't have to repurchase. And my biggest piece of advice is, because babies are so expensive, buy secondhand. You do not need to go out and spend a crap ton of money on brand new baby items, because there's always going to be deals on Facebook Marketplace. Amazon has sales. My other hack, real quick before we jump into the items, is create your baby registry. So for me, I created it through Baby List because anyone can buy it through any different store and then get it shipped to you. And then what I did was, whatever items were left over from the registry that we felt we needed, I created a second registry on Amazon. And I believe after about 60 days of having that registry open, you get a 15% off discount. Now what I did was I waited until Prime Day rolled around, and there was an additional, I think, 20% off of most of these items. So I basically got whatever was left over on the registry for 35% off. Save your money where you can, because babies don't care if clothes are brand new or have been worn before. They don't care. Okay, so the first item on my list that is a must-have, and it's been, honestly, we started using this weeks before Max was born, and it helps us sleep. It helps cancel out the noise of the dogs when they're licking themselves in the middle of the night. The Hatch sound machine. The womb sounds like a vacuum 24/7 to a baby. So they are used to loud noises. It's very comforting to them to hear a constant white noise. And I have noticed a huge difference in Max's sleep, and when it came to gently starting to sleep train, it is a must-have for us. It has a nightlight feature. It's super convenient in the middle of the night when I have to grab her to breastfeed. I don't have to turn on all the bright overhead lights, and it keeps the stimulation pretty low because I'm not, you know, turning everything on. The other thing that's nice about the Hatch is it runs off of Bluetooth, so I can connect it to my phone and I just run an app and can change all the settings through the app. And then the other thing that's great that I don't think a lot of people realize is that the Hatch will not, unless your power goes out, it is a constant white noise. The next item is a travel system, and I highly recommend this because there's nothing worse than driving in the car, getting to where you need to go, and having to wake a sleeping baby from removing them from their car seat to a stroller or to a baby carrier. A travel system has been a godsend for us. It's super convenient to just unclick her car seat, click it into a stroller, and then run in and do the errands that we have to do. Right now we have the Chicco Bravo travel system, and it works great for the commissary because, you know, it's all tile and the wheels are kind of shot because it's a used stroller. But I recently just bought the B.O.B stroller from a friend of mine who was selling hers. It has like a little adapter for the car seat, so it's perfect for when she's young. And these tires are much, much better. For Germany, at least, we needed something that was gonna go over cobblestones easier, and we can take it hiking in the woods, up to the castles, go over all types of terrain, and it has been amazing. And this is a $500 to $600 travel system, and I got the stroller for $75. Like I said, those Facebook deals, you always have to be on the lookout because you can snag some really good stuff. The next thing is the FisherPrice Swing. I actually got this for $1. I paid 4/4 for it because I found it on a Facebook auction page, and I was the only one that bid on it, and the lowest bid was $1, so I snagged it up. Max hated it when she was a newborn. I would put her in it for she wouldn't even last 3 minutes. She just constantly wanted to be held at that size and that age. But now that she's bigger and heavier and she's more alert, it's more fun for her. So I can have her in the swing for 20, 30 minutes. It allows me to, you know, go do other things and not have to baby wear her or carry her, and I can get some stuff done while she's hanging out in her swing. Granted, not everyone is going to find a swing for $1, but this was one of those items that I wasn't sure she was ever gonna like because she really did hate it at the beginning, but now she really enjoys it. So I highly recommend getting some type of swing system. The next product is Swaddles. I love the Velcro and the Love to Dream Swaddles. Velcro, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not the best swaddler, so I do appreciate the Velcro ones where you can just tuck their arms down and then pull it across and it will basically secure them in. And then the Love to Dream, we actually ended up transitioning because she would fight the regular swaddle so hard, because in my ultrasound picture, she always had her hands up by her face. She had her arms all around, and she just likes to have her hands near her face when she's sleeping. So the Love to Dream allows that, but it also keeps her pretty muffled so that the startle reflex isn't going to wake her up. The next product, this is actually an app, and there's 2 of them that I highly recommend because they've been lifesavers. The first one is called Huckleberry. This is super convenient because it allows you to track breastfeeding. It allows you to track dirty diapers, their sleep, so that when you start sleep training or like trying to get on a schedule, you can keep track of that stuff. And then once your baby reaches 2 months old, it will start giving you what's called the sweet spot. Basically, the more you track, the more accurate it becomes. It gives you an estimation of when their next nap should be based on their age and following the appropriate wake windows. It's also super helpful for breastfeeding. It keeps track of the last breast that you fed on, so if they're not nursing from each breast each session, then it can get kind of confusing remembering which one you left off on and where to start next. It also is great to track the diapers because, you know, first-time moms, if you are breastfeeding, the worry is always, am I making enough for my baby? Being able to track the number of wet diapers throughout the day and have it all listed in a summary for you is very, very helpful. And then the other app that I didn't think I needed, but it's actually been pretty helpful as well, it's called WonderWeeks. So basically your baby is constantly going through developmental milestones and growth spurts. So you input your baby's due date and the app will lay out what you should expect at certain time periods and what skills they'll be learning through that developmental leap and things like that. So that was very helpful because, you know, when she would go through periods of just being really fussy or I couldn't seem to console her or what was going on, I would kind of revert back to the app and see, oh, she's going through a leap right now. This makes sense. And then it pretty much tells you what to look out for, what you can expect during the leap, how long it should last. That was just helpful for me as a new mom to know, okay, this is all developmental, but here's how I can help her through this and just things to watch out for. The next product is the Mika Micky Bedside Sleeper, and this has been, chef's kiss, the best thing ever. It's super convenient to just attach it to the side of your bed, drop the wall, and roll over, grab your baby, and breastfeed in the middle of the night or however many times they wake you up. And for me, having such a major surgery, it was just great that I could do that and reach my baby on my own and not have to wake Mike up every time to help. The other thing that's been pretty great has been the Boppy lounger, and then I call it a fake Dockatot. It's just a baby nest. I got one off of Amazon for I think $40. Honestly, they all work the same. They're just, a Dockatot is an overpriced dog bed, and I did not want to pay $150 for a Dockatot. So I got a cheap one off of Amazon. And then we also got the Boppy lounger. The Boppy lounger has been great because babies have a lot of spit up, so it was nice to have her at an incline and just somewhere to chill and hang out, and we could easily set that up on the couch. The baby nest is a little bit different because it's flat. I liked having the baby nest as well. For when it came time for her to have her naps, I could lay that out on the couch and she basically learned how to sleep on her back from the nest. Neither of these products are safe sleep, so I'm not advocating that you know, put your babies in these overnight. That's definitely not safe. Obviously, do what feels comfortable for you and your baby, but this is what we did and it worked well for us. The other must-have item is the Ergobaby Carrier or some type of baby carrier so that you can be hands-free. Can't tell you how many times I tried to get something done, and anytime I would put her down, it was just hysterical screaming. She just wanted to be held. And when you're trying to make dinner or make yourself food or, you know, take care of the dogs or other house responsibilities, you obviously need your hands. We have the Ergobaby. Again, I got this for $15 off of Facebook. It is expensive, and knowing what I know now about that product, I would 100% pay full price for it because it is worth it and it's been great for going on walks. She loves it. She falls asleep in it every single time. She loves being pressed up against our chest and hearing our heartbeats, and it just puts her out within, you know, 10 minutes of being on our walk. So. And then the last two products that I have written down here are actually for breastfeeding. These have been super helpful for me. The first one is called Liquid IV, and it's a hydration multiplier. So you basically just add a little packet to 16 ounces of water, and it's supposed to be similar to drinking 3 bottles of water versus just 1. I drank this throughout my pregnancy to make sure that I was hydrated and that she was getting enough, and I continued to take this throughout my breastfeeding journey because it helps keep me hydrated and maintains my supply. And then the other item that has been super helpful for breastfeeding is called the Haka, and it looks like this. It's a silicone breast pump. Basically, it collects your letdown. So when you feed your baby, obviously they can only eat from one side at a time. Your opposite side is going to have a letdown, and it's going to naturally leak milk. So what this does is it collects all of that. So what you do is you flip this flange around like this, you squeeze it to create suction, you put it up to your boob, and you flip this back like that, and it just hangs out there and collects whatever you leak. I should have been using this from the beginning because I would have already built such a major freezer stash and not needed to use my Spectra electric pump. I guess I didn't realize how much milk I actually leaked, which is why I didn't use it for the first few months. But then I played around with it the other day because I was tired of soaking my clothes and the bed sheets. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hook this up and see how much I can get. I leaked 3 ounces in one feed. If you do that for every feed, I mean, you know, I'm feeding my baby 6-7 times a day. That's a lot of wasted milk that literally was going to nothing, just my clothes. I highly recommend the Haka. It has created a stash for our freezer just in the last week with me doing it every day. I did buy the one that is $30, so it collects 5 ounces, but then it also comes with this lid. And so I can just stick this in the fridge and then combine it with chilled milk later on throughout the day. Keep an eye out for codes because there was a discount on Amazon. This is like a $30 thing and I think I paid $10 for it. So yeah, that is it for my must-have products for being a new mom. Hopefully this video is helpful and insightful and it kind of gives you an idea of what things are necessary. Again, every baby is different, every mom is different, so find what works for you through trial and error. But this is just what worked for us, and these are the items that I can't live without, and I will definitely be saving for our future kids. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you guys have any recommendations on videos that you want to see, whether it's motherhood related or military community related or living overseas, or, you know, if there's anything that you would like to specifically see, then leave it down in the comments below and I will be sure to check it out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.